I know, you have an amazing website, but you just can't get any traffic to your website, right? That can be very frustrating, especially when your website looks great. So my name is Daryl Wilson, and in this video, I'll be showing you 8 ways on how to get more traffic to your website. So if you watch this video from start to finish and follow each of these methods, I promise you, you will be on the right path to be getting more traffic. And don't worry, it's not going to be, oh, just make a Facebook page. It's like really, I've seen blogs say that, and there's so much more that goes into than that. But these 8 ways are legitimate, and make sure to stay till the end because I'll be showing you an experiment or trial that I am running on my website. So with that said, let's go to method number 1. Number 1 is backlinks. Yes, you have probably heard this before. Now, backlinks are crucial for any website to get ranked because without backlinks, your site will not rank. You really need backlinks. So in case you don't know what backlinks are essentially links on other websites that link back to your website. Once this happens, Google recognizes that your website is, quote, popular, and they want to go ahead and say, well, you know what? We have all these websites linking to this website. Let's go ahead and move that up on the search engine, and that's exactly how it works. Now, this is an article right here that'll actually give you 20 different websites where you can get high domain authority backlinks. Domain authority, we'll talk more about that at the end of the video, but the higher ranking a website is that links to your sites, the higher your website will rank. So for example, if you have a bunch of popular websites that are all linking back to your website will shoot up in the search engines. I promise you that. But if you have a bunch of like really crappy websites, like scammy, bad websites pointing to your website, nothing's really going to happen in Google's eyes. So number 1 is definitely try to find high domain authority backlinks. Now, I'm going to show you how to do that in case you are brand new, which you probably are. So there is 2 resources that I found on the internet. There's this website from backlinks.com and this one from the maverickspirit.com. And this will give you 186 lists of high domain authority sites to get do follow backlinks. So do follow backlinks are basically links that provide points. So that means when those sites link back to your websites, your site will go up in the search engine. No follow backlinks is you get the traffic from the website, but you don't really get any ranking in the search engine. So those are very 2 big distinctions of backlinks. You have do follow and no follow. And don't worry, we're going to talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. But anyway, so these are do follow backlinks and 186 websites to get backlinks from. So essentially what you'd have to do, guys, is you'd have to go make an account. You'd have to go fill in some contents, talk about yourself, who you are, just give a little brief description about your website and yourself. And this process takes time. It does take a lot of time for your website to get ranked, and it does take a lot of time to fill out all this information and provide real good info on your website. Now, in case you don't know what a domain authority is, it ranks from 0 to 100. And if you want to know, how powerful the website is or what's the ranking, I'll leave this in the description below. So this is a domain authority checker. So for example, I looked at PhotoBucket. And the reason why I Googled PhotoBucket or I put it on here is because this website is claiming that they are a DA95. So it goes from 0 to 100. So 1 is kind of really, really crappy. 100 is like super popular website. So Ahrefs, they have a checker, and they're right. The PhotoBucket has a domain rating of 91. So they are a pretty powerful a resource to get backlinks from. So I will leave all of these in the description below of this video. Now, to be quite honest, if you are a business owner or you're someone like myself who runs a YouTube channel, you probably don't have the time to build backlinks, guys. It takes a long time. You got to find websites. You have to put in all the information, link it back to your website. I would recommend going to websites like freelancer.com, and these are essentially SEO companies. So they'll go ahead and find websites and link them back to your website. And, they'll do it for pretty cheap. I've hired a freelancer back in my time, and my website, darylwilson.com, the same website that I use today, it's used from freelancers. And I just told them, hey guys, can you, build backlinks and do SEO? And can you also get them from some good reputable sources, not just a bunch of scammy websites? And the more reputable companies might charge a little more because it does take a lot more time to research. It does take more time to get there. But definitely check out freelancer.com, also fiverr.com if you're looking for freelancers that are, affiliated with SEO companies. Now, one thing to note is that you're going to find like American companies that sit there and build backlinks, and I hate to say this, but a lot of these American companies, they just outsource everything anyways. So I used to work for one. I used to work for an SEO company in Calabasas, California, and we were just a front. We just basically got the customer and we outsourced everything to India. And that's what we did, So do it yourself. And if you don't have time, hire a company and see if they can help you out. But backlinks are a must get, and it is a time consuming process. So it will take a few months to get ranked, at least 3 to 6 months for your website to get ranked on the front page for its name. So, for example, if your website's name is, Soda Company 999 or whatever, it would take a few months for your company to get ranked on the search engine for that. So just keep that in mind. So number 1 is backlinks. Number 2 is Google My Business. Now, this has become one of the most underrated ways on how to get more traffic to your website, because this alone has become a new search engine and people out there don't really even take advantage of it. So for example, I'm sure you've probably got on your iPhone, or for those Android users out there, you have gone to Google Maps or Apple Maps and you've put in somewhere to go or a business, right? This allows you to get listed on those applications, and this actually gets millions, if not billions, of visitors. However, there is one other really strong benefit to this. So for example, if I'm going to Google and I'm looking for a web designer. Now, right now I am in Las Vegas, Nevada, and what is the point of me trying to hire a web designer in Boston? I don't really need one there because I want someone local. So I'll tell you what, let's go to web designers. Web designers. Oh, look at that. Near me is ranked number 1. So I'm going to give you one key difference on this. So these are companies right here that have just listed themselves on Google My Business. So all they've done is just submit their site to Google, and that's it. Their job is done. These companies right below have spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on SEO, backlinks, content writing, optimization. These guys have worked their butt off to get here, but you go ahead of the game on top of them because you just simply submitted your website to Google My Business. So you're kind of hijacking the traffic in this manner. So it's an incredible way on how to get more traffic, and I highly recommend it. So if you have not used Google My Business, get on it right now. It's one of the best ways to do it. Number 3 is blogging. Yes, I'm sure you've probably heard of blogging, and you've probably heard everyone talk about blogging, but guys, blogging is so crucial. I mean, it's the easiest way for people to find your website. And just for example, I typed in something like best protein shakes, best protein powders for women, best protein powders for men, whatever, best protein powders for anybody. And the first page is just full of blogs. These are all blogs. This is a blog. This is a blog. This is a blog. And I would not be finding these websites if they never wrote the content. So just by writing content on a regular basis, people will find your articles, they will visit your website, and you will make money or get whatever you're trying to get. You want to get traffic. That's the main purpose of this. Now, I realize that writing content can be extremely tedious. I'm a terrible writer, guys. I mean, I graduated college, but I am definitely not a favorable candidate when it comes to writing articles. So what you could do here is you can go to websites like iWriter.com and hire writers. So this website, they have tons of writers that you can outsource, and they're very cheap actually. So for example, you would just give your project a title, tell them what you want to talk about, put your language, go ahead and write how many words. So let's say, for example, you want an article for 6,000 words, which is quite a bit. They'll do that for $100. And here you can have the skill level of the writer. Do you want someone basic? That'll be $46. And that would probably be someone like me, where I don't know, where I'm just like an entry-level writer. Or you can have people who have proved themselves and who have been featured on Forbes or on any of those fake news websites. You can go ahead and put it right here. Now, I'd probably go with something like premium, elite. Yeah, I'll go with elite actually. But elite to elite plus, that's a big gap, but definitely paying $100 or $130 for a 6,000 word article. That's pretty cheap. And if you want to do it yourself, you are more than likely to. But remember, these people know how to write for the search engine. So iWriter is definitely a great resource on how to find bloggers for your website. So be sure to check that out. Number 4 is, of course, this would not be complete without the social aspect. So Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, all the social media profiles. And I find that social media profiles and also Facebook groups are probably like one of the most powerful ways, especially groups, because you can find someone with a targeted interest. So, for example, we have Nick Roach, the owner of Elegant Themes, one of the best companies that makes page builders, talking about his new feature for the Divi theme. And just by posting it, he has tons of engagement. Already 400 likes, 116 comments. I don't even know how many clicks he got on this thing, but probably thousands. So finding a group that correlates to you and joining it and kind of engaging in it. Now, I'm not saying to go spam the groups, guys. In fact, that's a very quick way on how to get banned from groups, where like you join a group on like I don't know, discussion of Coca-Cola, and then you sit there and say, hey, go to my website about Coca-Cola. They know what's up. So when someone asks for help, then you can say, I got an article for you here. This might help you out, and it'll be your website, obviously. And who knows who that person is you just shared it with? It could be the CEO of I don't know, Apple or something, or Wayfair, whatever are those companies. So Facebook definitely. Now I'm gonna go ahead and step back here. I'm going to say something a little bit more critical here, but when you're using social media, guys, use it sparingly. Remember, this is a business. Do not sit there and engage with other people, because we've all seen the news today. We've all seen everything today, and use this as a business. Don't give your opinion on something. Don't sit there and argue with anybody. Just go ahead and just use it as a business. Post when necessary. Don't engage other contents. Be helpful when necessary, but don't sit there and make a point, or don't try to get political with anybody, because it's really never going to go anywhere except south. So be helpful when you can. So Facebook groups, definitely. I mean, we've all seen the people in Facebook groups escalate. So just be mindful. That's all I'm saying. Also, we have Reddits, and Reddit has thousands of subreddits where you can join. For example, one of my friends joined RetroPie. He talked about one of his RetroPie. He built like a RetroPie from scratch, and it got shared on like 50 different like news websites, and he got millions of visitors from all these websites. So this website is very popular, and people will pick it up. So join Reddit, join something that's you want to talk about, join that community and see how it goes. But remember, don't spam, be helpful, and yeah, that's how it goes from there. So, and also, of course, YouTube. YouTube, again, is one of the free resources out there. And, just for example, I'm just looking for protein powders. I'll go to YouTube and I'll type in best protein powders, and we have all these videos with hundreds of thousands of views, guys. So I know it can be a lot of work, and I know it could be tedious. So hire someone from Freelancer to help you out, saying, hey man, I want to start getting more traffic. I want to go on YouTube. I want to go on Reddit. I want to go on this and that and this, and pay someone to do it, because doing it yourself, it could be very overwhelming. Now, if you're stuck inside like me, where we have nothing to do, now's a good idea, because we have the whole coronavirus thing and everyone's stuck inside. Work on social media channels, work on outlets, improve yourself. There's no reason why you should just stay home and do nothing. I mean, I do that sometimes. I play video games a lot, but I do my best to get my job done, okay? So remember, social media groups and all that stuff is a great resource. Next, we have questions and answer websites. Quora, Yahoo Answers. There's a few other out there. Now, Quora receives around 600 million visitors every single month. That's a lot of visitors, and that's a lot of traffic. And for you to ignore this completely and saying, I don't want to do anything, you're just missing out on traffic. Now, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. There is something for everyone here. So, for example, I'll give you a tactic too and a strategy people do on this website. So, for example, what is the best WordPress hosting websites? Now, what these companies do is people actually ask questions, and then they have themselves or buddies answer those questions with their companies. Now, I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying I have seen that a lot. So it doesn't really matter what kind of niche you're in. There is something for everybody out there. So let's do another search. I'll just type in roofing. I don't know. Let's find out what we can see about roofing. We have roofing contractors. Now, this would be probably the last place I would think to hire roofing contractors. But if you follow someone that they sound like they know what they're talking about, that you feel comfortable, they could potentially pick up a job, a multi-million-dollar contract, just by simply answering a question on Quora. So Quora is definitely a great resource on how to get traffic. You can answer questions and also ask questions about your own company. So for example, hey, is Daryl Wilson's website any good? That's a question. And then you can hopefully expect someone to answer that question in a good manner. So remember, core does get picked up a lot in the search engine, so it is definitely worth posting there to get more exposure for your website. And also Yahoo Answers. Now, personally, I think Yahoo Answers is kind of depreciating in a way. I mean, back in the day, Yahoo Answers was popular. I mean, there was YouTubers just going to see like what kind of questions they could find on Yahoo Answers. But over time, I think it's slowly been depreciated because now we have Reddit and we also have Quora. But Yahoo Answers is still a high-ranking domain authority website, so no reason why you can't post there. So just post there about your company, saying, hey, is so-and-so's company's, is Daryl Wilson's company any good? And then see what comes up. Or is, I don't know, whatever company that you're trying to run, so I'm just giving you an idea. So definitely number 5 is answering questions. Now this next one is a 2018 and above, or I think 2018, right? Yeah, I think 2018 is influencers. So influencers have become so powerful and they have become so influential that companies have dropped traditional marketing and have completely just said, you know what, screw Google Ads, let's just go after the influencers. And there's a lot of reasons why you want to get influencers. So influencers are way cheaper to get than normal traffic, and the influencers, they actually establish a personal connection with that audience. So let's say, for example, we have this girl right here. We have this girl, and 61% are female. Or let's do this girl, Sophia Donovan. This is just an example. Let's say she's selling clothes, right? And you are someone that sells clothes. By hiring an influencer like this, you have a lot better odds of selling that product because she's already connected with her audience. Her audience has kind of committed to her in a way. So the odds of you selling something are a lot higher than just submitting a random Google ad. Now, this is a website I found. To be quite honest, I have never used this website. So it is a high-ranking website. I've been to a lot of blogs before, and they have said that this is a very good website to get started. Personally, again, I have never used it, so I cannot give my advice on it, but I'm just saying there are other websites that have influencers that you can hire. So for example, for someone to post something on their Instagram, you pay them a few $100 and then they would go ahead and post your company on their Instagram or their Facebook, whatever. And you also have to realize, guys, that a lot of celebrities and a lot of big names use Instagram and they follow people. I mean, here maybe we might have those people on the Shark Tank. Maybe they might be following Sophia Donovan, and then you post on Sophia Donovan's, or you contribute, and she posts something about you, and then someone on Shark Tank invites you to the show. Like, you never know what's going to happen until you do it. So the possibilities are endless. So in fact, companies like Amazon.com, they now have influencer marketing programs. So they're saying, forget advertising on Google. Let's just have a department for Amazon influencers. Sephora.com, Victoria's Secrets, Mac, all those companies have influencer programs because they realize that those people have bigger followings. In fact, I mean, who watches TV now? TV is dead, and these influencers just get millions of views. And I mean, cable TV advertising, I mean, that's like yesterday. I mean, I think, MTV in 2018, I was reading it today actually, MTV in 2018 had only 5 million views. Had only 5 million views in 1 year. I mean, that is really, really, really bad, So personally, I don't want to get into that, but I'm just saying that influencers are a lot more influential and you'll get a lot more exposure hiring an influencer. So be sure to check that out. Next, we have, drum roll please, we have forums and forums. Now, this ugly, lousy website, look how ugly this website is. Did you know this is the 15th most popular website in the United States? This website gets more than 500 million visits every single month. It is crazy. So forums are definitely not outdated. They are not old, but forums are actually really, really popular. In fact, not just Craigslist. I mean, there are other forums out there. So Craigslist.org. This forum gets around, 380 million visitors. Sorry. But it is ranked number 15 in the United States, and it is ranked number 52 in the world. So it's a very popular forum. So you can go ahead and go to their services, post your stuff. In fact, in my WordPress career, I would go through gigs or tell people, hey guys, I'm trying to do something. Can I get help? Or hey guys, I need a job. So let's take a look here. Let's just do this. Jobs. Let's type in WordPress. WordPress. Let's see if I can find something here. Look at that. For July 9th, we need a young, ambitious team. Oh, technical support specialist. Start your own SEO company. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Web developer needed, and so on and so forth. So this is a great place on where to post your company. It's a great place on where to post gigs, because there are gigs here as well. There's also Reddit. We have Ask Reddit, where you can go ahead and join forums. You can go ahead and ask questions. Reddit, very, very popular websites. Also, even Adobe. Adobe also has forums. Tesla has forums. So every big corporation out there does have forums, and simply by posting and interacting with the community, you will get higher, you will get ranked, people will start to see who you are. Who is that guy, Daryl? Always posting in Adobe. Maybe I should hire him for a project. So, don't limit yourself to think that, oh gosh, no one's going to find me on Adobe or community.adobe.com. A lot of these people that are using these forums, they got money, especially Tesla forums. Those dudes got money, so never limit yourself to think that you won't get any traffic or you won't get anything by engaging with these forums. So that was number 7. Now, if you can't get traffic yourself, why not hijack it from other websites? Websites like Yelp.com and also Angie's List, these companies get millions and millions of visits. So number 8 would be directory websites and also listing websites. So these are just 2 examples. There's Yelp, there's Angie's List, there is TripAdvisor. You can go ahead and post about you and yourself on these websites. In fact, submitting your website to Yelp is a great way on how to get more traffic, because when people type in the search engine pizza in Nevada, when they type in skis in California, your website has a very good chance of being ranked. So in regards, you're kind of using these websites to get ranked. And also, once these sites get reviews, guess what happens? You go to the top of the list, and it's very powerful. In fact, once you go to the top, they're going to start recommending your website to other people who are already searching for that. So, for example, if they're searching for something like pizza and you don't get ranked number 1, they're going to say, but Daryl's Pizza is very highly rated. You should check them out. So these directory websites are very powerful, and I think we can all agree that we've all used Yelp at one point. We've all used, I haven't used Angie's List. I really haven't, but you can pay to get listed here, and this company, they get mad traffic. I personally don't know why and how, but I think it's like an older community. But guys, grandma has money, grandma and grandpa, they got the cash. So we want to post on Angie's List. Now, I have personally never used Angie's List. I've seen it advertised in the United States, but these guys just get mad traffic. So simply by posting all your information on this website and getting a backlink from this website to yours, you're just going to get more traffic, guys. It's just going to keep rolling in. So if you go through each of these methods, guys, if you just apply yourself for each of these methods, I promise you, you will get more traffic in the long run. You have to get more traffic. I mean, if you got no traffic from running these 8 methods, it's maybe your site just really sucks, and you got to watch my videos on how to make a website. So I'll leave those in the description below, just in case your website is terrible and it looks really, really ugly, but you think it's amazing looking. I know when I was a beginner that I thought my website was the best website in the world, and when someone criticized it, and I was like, you're just an idiot, like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But my site really did look bad, and I just didn't think so because I was so emotionally attached to it, So, anyway, so number 8 is directory websites. I will leave a list of more of some of these in the description below to help you guys out, because research does take time. So I'll do that for all of you and put those in the description below. Now, the bonus one. Now, this is actually the most important one, and I saved the best for last. I didn't say it was 9 ways. I said it was 8 ways because I want you guys to watch it all the way to the end. But the most important way to get found on the search engine, like I told you guys, is high domain authority backlinks. The only way you can get high domain authority backlinks is by guest blogging. So guest blogging is probably the most important way. Now, I'm not going to recommend guest blogging for everybody. So what that means is, let's say, for example, you are running a website that is selling something locally. If you are a brick and mortar store, if you are a service that only offers a service in a specific area, I'm going to say guest blogging is probably not for you. Now, you can always guest blog anyways, saying, oh, you know what, I want to go ahead and guest blog for Market Watch. Maybe you're a broker, a crypto broker in Wyoming, and you can go ahead and reach out to Market Watch if they'll write about you. Now, the reason why I don't recommend guest blogging for everybody is because some businesses, they're not looking for traffic all over the world. You're only looking for traffic in a specific region. Now, if you're someone like myself who wants traffic on a global basis, doesn't care where they are, then guest blogging is for you. So guest blogging, what it does is essentially it's an arrangement, it's a deal. I will write for your website. In exchange, once I write an article for your website, I want a link back from your website to my website. And every big company does this. Forbes, MarketWatch, Entrepreneur.com, Today.com, all these big companies out there, they will provide backlinks if you write for them. Now, they don't accept just anybody. So if you are watching this and you have absolutely no credentials, if you have nothing to show, if you have no record whatsoever, they probably won't accept you. Okay, so I'm just keeping that very clear. However, if you are someone that has a decent website, maybe you're a small business, you're someone just not getting started out, but you are someone with something to show, these companies will go ahead and write about you. So for example, Forbes, you can go ahead and contact Forbes, and Forbes will write about you. Now remember, these websites have very high domain authority. So once Forbes writes about you, your site in the Google search will go from here to boop to all the way up there. And I'm not saying it's going to go to rank number 1, but it will definitely improve your website. So I actually purchased some articles. So these guys are not cheap. To get someone like Forbes to write about you or MarketWatch to write about you is not cheap. It's not impossible. So for example, MarketWatch, if you are in the market of, if you're in the market of finances or something, you can go ahead and reach out to this website. Now, these guys will write about you on that website, and they will give you a do follow backlink. Guys, this is probably the best way to get ranked higher on the search engine. So we have a few writers. We have Adam, we have Amelia, we have Michael, and each of these people, they will write about you. And each of them, they have a certain success rate, and they will also talk about the fee. So these people will write for you on your behalf to these companies. That is incredible, because personally, if Forbes wanted me to write about myself to Forbes, I'm not a good content writer. I just couldn't provide that value for Forbes. But this website, they've had people who have already written for Forbes all the time that you can hire. So let me see if we can actually find Forbes. Is it actually on this list? Because I think they were at one point. Let's see, Forbes.com. Let's go ahead and check it out. So yeah, Forbes on this list. So Forbes, you can see that they will write for you. It is very expensive, so I'd probably go through another route, and they give you a no follow backlink. So what I said earlier about sky ranking in the search engines, with a no follow backlink, you will not receive that benefit. However, you will receive the benefit from the traffic from this website. So they get millions and millions of visits. In fact, this is one that's not listed. But if you just go to, I'll leave this website in the description below. This website is called Accessly, and it's a newer website. There are websites like this out there, and I'm in the process of trying it. So you can see there's a website like Today.com. They'll write about you and your business for $300. That's not bad. In fact, they get 70 million visits every single month. So this route can be a little expensive, but I would highly recommend to try it, because this is probably one of the best ways to get high domain authority backlinks and writing services about you and your website to your website. So here's an overview of my campaigns. Now, I have spent around $600 on 3 websites that are going to write about me and my company. So they've only accepted 2. Now remember, I told you guys before, they only accept certain people. So if you're just some random kid that's just living with your mom, and you just you have a website, but you're not really beneficial to them in any way, they probably won't write about you. But if you have something to show, give it a shot. So I got approved for 2 orders, and what's going to happen is once these websites write about me, my domain authority on my website will go higher. So I will be giving you guys another video on what happens before and after. So these companies, their average domain authority is 84, which is very high. So Forbes itself is 90. Photobucket.com is 91. So I'm having these sites that are domain authority of 84 or probably better writing about my website and myself. And what that's going to do is that's going to increase the ranking of my search engine. It's also going to get me more traffic, because people that read those websites are going to visit my website. So I will keep you guys up to date on this. Now, just looking at the schedule here, I submitted my record or my purchase on the 3rd, and it has been more than 8 days and I have still no article. So I will keep you up to date. In fact, I'll be making a part 2 of this video to show you my findings, and I'll put that in the description below of this video. So I hope this video was helpful. I promise you guys, if you follow each of these methods, you will get more traffic. There is no way around it. Just by posting high domain authority backlinks, posting on social media, get someone to help you out with social media. It can be very draining. And also find an influencer. That's also a very big one, because these people they have mad followers, and when they talk about you, you will get traffic. In fact, people pay me, or they try to pay me, to talk about their company all the time, and I reject a lot of offers just because I don't want to sell myself. But blogs, they will. They will. Influencers on Instagram, they will sell themselves, because that is probably one of the only ways they make money. So hopefully this video is helpful, guys. Make sure to stay up. Make sure to stay for part 2, when I show my results of what happens when I have those big names like I think I have MarketWatch, and I have Today.com, and also Forbes writing about my website. So stay tuned. I will keep you guys up to date with that. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be showing that video pretty soon once I actually get the order, and I'll put it in the description below of this video. So make sure to give this video a like. My name is Gerald Wilson. Have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Guys, take it easy.